What to tell you. Hey, folks, welcome to Monday night.
Hi there.
And to the, I don't know why that always throws me off. Into the Davis's kitchen. I'm Nikki.
I'm Chili.
And hey, we're still the Davises.
We are.
And it's been a great Monday because neither one of us had to go to work. But
It was awesome.
Wonderful
holiday.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we headed tonight?
Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
State number 48.
We are getting so close to the end of what was supposed to be a year and has ended up being a little longer.
The last of the contiguous.
Of the virtual tour of the U.S. and all of the cuisine that we can find within it.
Yeah.
So, but then we have other plans for what, next season? It's not technically next year because we're already there, but
3 weeks from now.
Yeah. So we're gonna keep having fun. But so
hopefully you'll join us.
I've been to Arizona by way of an airport so many times I can't count.
Yeah.
Been to Arizona by way of not the airport a couple of times, but not for any great length of time.
Yeah.
Have you been?
Just via the airport.
Yeah. I think the Phoenix.
Yep, that's that Phoenix connectors.
And I'm such a Midwest girl. I like the green trees and
that's a lot
and
of
whatnot.
Sand, a lot of brown.
It's a lot of dry heat too, and
no humidity.
No humidity, and I like humidity because it keeps, your skin nice and.
They have moisturizer for that.
It would take a lot if you lived in Arizona.
Yeah. I've got some buddies that live out there.
I know. Yeah, they're our age.
Yeah.
I'm talking like when you start to really age and not just midlife age.
Oh, yes.
Like total tangent there. Complete tangent. So anyway, Arizona, we were in New Mexico virtually last week and did what turned out to be incredible New Mexican, but a little on the Hispanic side food that I think we ate for 4 meals. It was so good.
It was really good.
I do have a little bit of the beans left over, so we're going to turn those into something a little bit different tonight that kind of ties in with everything. But what are we drinking?
We're going to drink a tequila sunrise.
That sounds good.
A cocktail made famous in the 70s by bands like Rolling Stones, the Eagles. Yeah.
Which is altogether kind of comical that bands like that would drink tequila sunrises.
Well, it's, it was the popular thing. The Stones went on a tour. It was categorized by being fueled by cocaine and tequila sunrises.
Tequila sunrises.
Yeah, that's the truth. I mean, you can look it up.
You want ice?
I do need
those for sure.
Big old thing of ice in those.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Where's the grenadine at? Oh, it's in the fridge.
Oh, it's in the fridge. Right here. Back there. Although there was let's use that one. It's fine. I think I have an open one already, but
I need to find my.
I know not where it's at.
We thought we were all ready to go and rock and roll. And stuff's just getting misplaced.
It's not misplaced. It's where it's normally at.
Yeah, it's where it's normally at. I think we used the other one of those. To be honest with you.
We may have.
We're gonna.
Oh no, here, right here.
Oh.
I got it. It's on the other side. But you'll use the end of it tonight. So there you go.
I doubt it because it doesn't take much.
Okie dokie.
Here, you can put this one away.
It's like musical grenadine bottles.
2 ounces of tequila per cocktail.
Oh, that's yours.
Yep, that's mine. It's still got 2 ounces, maybe a little.
So
more.
we
We're only making one of these
tonight because we just emptied the tequila bottle.
We got no more tequila.
That's okay. Let us know if you're watching. Hey, Mama.
Yeah.
And what you're having for dinner. We'll tell you what we're having for dinner here in a little bit.
Either the solid or the liquid. And we're going to use 4 ounces of OJ. And tonight's OJ is...
Did you shake that?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Simply orange. Not from concentrate OJ. And just to show her that I did shake it earlier.
It looks like it settled again. Maybe it's just a light.
That's a quick settler.
Okay.
Hi, Jen.
Hey, Jen.
And
The no pulp variety, because I do not like pulp in my OJ.
me neither. I don't like pulp.
Mm-mm.
And this will be good for breakfast tomorrow.
It will.
Without the tequila.
Yeah.
Which, we don't have any more tequila left anyway, so.
School starts tomorrow, so technically I probably should not drink a tequila sunrise for breakfast.
Start the day off like a champion.
Start the day off like we used to.
That's right.
30 years ago.
Man, this one's glued on.
The sugar glues it
sugar.
shut, yeah.
And we're going to go with a 1/4 ounce of grenadine. And we put it in last because the density of the grenadine will sink it compared to the other.
And I don't know if you can see it on camera. He's kind of pouring down the side too.
Well, just to make it easy.
Yeah.
Gives it a little easier path. There we go.
They're pretty.
They're beautiful. It's a beautiful cocktail.
So why Arizona for the tequila sunrise?
Well, that's because that's where it was created. California, Arizona goes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
It's like everything else.
California says that we created it, where actually it was created elsewhere.
We find that a lot when we look for origins of specific things, that there's multiple stories.
And I think it's a favorite cocktail of the state. Because it kind of looks like a sunset.
Or rice.
Or sunrise, yeah.
Depends on what time of day and which way you're facing.
Oh, that's
good.
Yep.
Tastes like a tequila sunrise to me.
That is good.
That is good.
Yeah, it is. You can stir her up a little bit.
A little bit, because I like the cherry, the grenadine flavor, and the rest of it. I know.
I'll give you a cherry.
I don't need it. So you garnish it with cherry. Apparently, I'm going to get a cherry in mine real fast.
You garnish it with cherry.
Love cherries.
And you garnish it with a slice of orange, which we didn't have, and a cherry. Here's your cherry.
Thank you.
And that's how it's
perfect. All right. So speaking of things that were created in Arizona, right along with Tequila Sunrise, that's the story we're going to stick to tonight, regardless of what other folks want to claim.
Right. They can claim what they want. But
the one that is not disputed in the history of the food timeline is the chimichanga, which was an accidental creation, much like other things like ravioli was accidental, and I think Buffalo Wild Wings was not Buffalo Wild Wings, but the wings. Thank you. Was not necessarily accidental, but kind of. So I think a lot of the foods that we love to eat come about because of
mystical creations.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. So chimichangas are essentially burritos, meat. We're going to do meat and cheese, ground beef and cheese. The accidental chimichanga, the first one was meat only, if I remember correctly.
No cheese?
That was not inside. That was accidentally, took an accidental float in a hot oil bath. In other words, it got dropped in the deep fryer in the back of the restaurant. If you, loosely translate chimichanga to English, it means thingamajig. Oh, really? So we're essentially eating thingamajigs.
Better than I
can see this.
Than
I can see that's true. I can see this happening in a restaurant kitchen with a dropped burrito and a deep fryer and pulling it out and going, what am I going to call this thingamajig? Oh yeah, that's true. So relatively simple. I've already cooked up the meat, and we'll just kind of go from there. The kiddo requested not just cilantro lime rice, but cilantro lime and jalapeno rice. So we're going to do that, which is just kind of a common side dish. There's not a definitive Arizona tie there, but and then I'll remake the beans from last week to show you what to do with leftovers when you have them, along those lines. So let's see, where shall I start first? We'll do chimichangas last because we want those to be nice and warm. So I'm going to start with the beans. I'm actually going to get a bigger saucepan. I have
Okay.
more beans than I thought I was going to have. And we're going to, I'm actually going to get out the food processor for this one. Would you grab the sour cream, please? I totally neglected to get that.
You spaced.
Yeah. So I have the last little bit of the beans from last week. They have been sealed airtight in a container all week, so they are still fine. However, they are on their last of the days of the still fine, which is why I'm going to go ahead and use them tonight so we don't waste them. You could also freeze these, by the way, and they would, the texture would not be quite the same thawed, but it would be good enough to do refried beans with, which is kind of what we're doing here. So I'm going to, sorry, I'm
Power them up.
power up the,
It's a good thing you aren't in a low-cut blouse today.
sorry guys, trying to get things positioned. All right, so I'm going to,
Might add to our followers though.
right, all I'm going to do here, and you could do this with a potato masher if you wanted to, but I'm going to throw some sour cream in here because what I'm making is refried bean dip. I'm just starting at the bean part and not with refried beans. If you wanted to do just refried beans out of these, a little oil or lard, even butter in a skillet and just mash them in the skillet would work perfectly. So that's about a cup of the beans from last week. I'm going to add a couple tablespoons of the sour cream. And try not to make too much of a mess here. All right, we'll just leave that out because I'm sure my children will want it. And really, that's all you need in here because remember from last week, if you were watching, we have all sorts of spices and onions and jalapenos, all sorts of things in the beans already. So we're just adding the sour cream, kind of smooth it out and give it a little bit of a silky consistency. So, sorry, this is like my camera's not far enough away and this is going to be a little bit loud.
That's fine.
So we're going to puree.
If I say if you probably stood away further, it'd be less loud because it's your microphone.
That's true.
Yeah.
And I don't have, whoops, sorry. Ha! I'm knocking into things.
It's like the perfect height for them to see in there.
Yeah,
You especially when you move that hand to the other side.
I can't hear you. Whee! All right, that is good enough for me. If you want them a little bit more pureed, just keep going. But I'm happy with this from a dip mixture consistency. Be
and
careful.
the one who's going to eat it. So
And,
I mean,
yeah, well, Phoebe eat this with some tortilla chips.
Yep. No, I mean, consistency to taste is what it's your taste that's going to be eating it. So
that's true. Okay, we'll get that out of the way. I will rinse those off later. All right, so into the pan it goes. And we're going to add some cheese to this.
you got cheese out there?
I have cheese, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So it gets a little bit of a stringy cheese texture, but I don't want it to be like, mozzarella pulley stringy. I just want it to have a nice cheesy finish. How's that?
So how's the nose and then the mid palate and then the finish? You're wanting that cheesy finish. I see what you're saying.
All right, I'm going to use some cheddar jack in here because I'm going to keep my quesadilla cheese for
Quesadillas?
the burritos. Yeah.
Oh, the burritos.
All right.
And any cheddar jack is fine, just as long as it's cheddar jack.
Yeah. All right.
Or
So
cheddar.
We're going to heat this up long enough to heat it through and melt the cheese. Thank you very much.
Okay.
And then we're going to put it in a cute little ramekin like that and stick it in the oven so so it stays warm, but I'm going to put some more cheese on top of it too. It's just going to be cheesy.
Oh, that's fine.
All right. So while that's kind of heating and melting,
There it is.
it won't take long either.
Nope.
All right, move that out of the way.
It is heating and melting.
Mm-hmm. In fact, let's just talk for the minute and a half that it takes to heat and melt so I don't lose track of myself here. So once this cheese starts to melt, we'll put it in the ramekin. This is like a shortcut version. You could just put this right in the ramekin, throw it in the oven, and let the oven do the work. We're not. I'm going to show you the shortcut. We'll put this in the ramekin, cover it with some cheese in the oven long enough for the cheese to melt. Then we'll just hold it there until we're done tonight. But when you serve it, top it with diced onions, some pico de gallo, jalapenos, cilantro, whatever it is that you want on top. And serve it with some tortilla chips, corn chips. And you have a nice little appetizer. And when's the Super Bowl? This would be a good Super Bowl.
Second week in February, I think.
Is it the 12th?
Oh.
All right. And I'm kind of starting to see that cheese melt a little bit. All right. So I'm just going to put my oven on warm because I'm not really looking for anything other than letting this warm through and letting the cheese melt. So let's see. I'm just going to do the keep warm here.
And what?
In the oven. All right. So I'm going to put it back over here. So when you have leftovers, find ways to remake because you're going to, you'll clearly certainly waste less.
They see the pot.
There we go.
Now they see the ramekin.
I'm gonna have to put this back on the stove because it's hot. All right, so to the top of this,
you're gonna add even more cheese.
Yeah, just enough to give it a
nice little pretty picture.
Little, yeah, a little melty on top. You got cheese in it. And then when we serve it up, I'll put some.
Sugar says, cheese, mother. Cheese, please, mother.
Right? Stinker.
I see her on camera.
You see your butt on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
They saw her walking by.
A little bit of a tip. When you're dealing with little things in the oven, put them on bigger things.
So that if they spill over.
Or it's just easier to maneuver. All right, so that's just on warm to let the cheese melt and let us keep moving with the evening. All right, so now we will do our rice and then we'll let it hold in the oven and we'll do our burritos.
Yes, the main course. We gotta do the main course.
So I'm going to put about a tablespoon of olive oil in my skillet.
There's the olive oil.
I'm going to use one of my 2 jalapenos for this tonight. And I'm going to get a spoon and scrape those seeds out. Are you watching the game?
No, the game's not on yet.
Oh, what time does it start?
I don't know. 7:30 probably.
Grapefruit spoons, by the way, definite multitasker. I use these for all sorts of crazy things other than grapefruits.
Just don't use them like with this first, then a grapefruit
Afterwards. Not until you wash it.
Yeah, without washing it. Would not be recommended.
No. And they work so well because they've got the serrated edge on the spoon. And these are like old. I mean, They're so old.
Well, you don't need them. You buy them at a yard sale or
We had
an
'em.
antique store. Or
Oh yeah, I don't even know. I'm sure you can buy these, but I don't think I've seen them in a retail store in
don't pay full
ages.
price for them because they're not dining china.
We always had them growing up because my dad loved grapefruit. And, of course, when I moved out, the grapefruit spoon stayed there.
Yeah, you only need like 2.
Right? I think that's what I have too.
Yeah.
These came from your house.
Yeah.
But for the life of me, I don't know why you had them.
Because my mom loved grapefruit.
Yeah, but they came from your house. So it's like your mom would have given them to you thinking you were
Yep.
gonna eat grapefruit
what
someday.
That's exactly what
And
happened.
you do not like grapefruit.
I
All
can't
right.
stand grapefruit.
1 jalapeno going in.
It's a horrible fruit.
I need some garlic too, baby.
Okay. Like real garlic, or do you want like
The minced garlic's fine. No biggie. Perfect. All right. A couple of garlic cloves or the equivalent in minced garlic. Don't use the same
serrated
spoon.
spoon for that.
Use a clean spoon because you don't want germs growing in your minced garlic.
You don't want jalapeno juice in your garlic either.
As much or as little garlic as you want. I will say when you're using
There's our garlic and jalapenos, folks.
when you're using the jarred stuff, that is, there we go, sort of. Okay. That's going to be less potent than fresh because it's processed and held in either water or olive oil, depending on what you purchase. So you can use a little bit more of it.
Not in vinegar? Not in vinegar?
Mm-mm.
No? Okay.
No, not like pickles. All right, so over medium high heat. We're going to let those cook. While we're doing that, we're going to juice the limes. Now, I will tell you that these are not the most beautiful limes. They kind of match, don't they?
They do.
Because they're not very dark. I like really dark limes, but you get what you can get. So we're going to zest one of these so we can use it with the rice. And the lemon zest it's going to give the rice a really lemon, not lime, not lemon. Good grief. They say that because they're kind of yellow.
They're yellow-green.
The zest will just bring out the lime flavor in a very, very obvious and fresh way, even more so than the...
You're going to zest them there, or you're going to zest them over the pan?
Well, I'm going to zest them, and I'm actually going to do this backward. But remember, you don't want to get all the way down to the white pith that's underneath the green. So don't do that. I'm going to go backwards so I can hold all of it in the well of the zester and not have to dirty yet another bowl. And we're just going to hang on to this until we've got the rice done. So I cooked some long grain. I actually used jasmine rice, but long grain rice earlier today in my rice cooker, which I do anytime I need rice for anything. I don't do it stovetop anymore because why? When we have convenience tools. All right, I'm going to do...
monotaskers like a rice cooker. Oh, it's starting to sizzle.
That's okay.
I don't need to stir it or nothing?
You can, yeah. All right, so I've got maybe a couple teaspoons there of zest. So we're going to just let that sit. Cut our limes. We're going to use juice from both limes. And I have 2 cups of cooked rice.
She's really sizzling now that I agitated it.
Mm-hmm. You can turn it back on us if you want.
I was going to, but then I came over here for the...
I appreciate the help. Because you don't want your garlic to burn, because then you have to start all over.
Jen says rice cookers can do other things.
Rice cookers can do brown rice, white rice, wild rice, quinoa. Mine actually can steam food too. It's got the little steamer insert. So,
you ready for it?
I'm ready for it.
Rice.
2 cups of cooked rice is 4-ish servings. And we don't want to fry the rice. That's not what we're after here. we want to reheat the rice. So I'm going to turn this down. And I like bite to the jalapenos still. So we're not going to cook those all the way through either.
That's what it looks like, folks.
All right, so now we're going to juice all of our limes right into it. Ooh, these are juicy, guys. You need the equivalent of about 3 tablespoons, although that might be enough. I'm going to hold off on these other 2 for just a bit and see what I really need here. Don't turn it down too much because then I can't see. I know the white rice kind of blows out on the... Okay.
Yep, it kind of does.
So cilantro, lime, jalapeno rice needs cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, use parsley. Flat leaf, not curly.
Jen says her limes also looked a little pale.
Yeah.
They just haven't been, they weren't ripe.
Well, and that's what happens when you get stuff.
When you don't live in Arizona and you're buying Arizona stuff. That's what happens. When you're buying stuff out of season.
Yeah, because it gets picked before it's ripe and then trucked. Yes, I'm chopping the tender parts of the stems because you're not going to notice it anyway. Once I get down to woodier stems.
You can just throw that away.
That's exactly what I do. There's a few there that I'm going to pull out. Like that, it's too big.
I saw it from here.
Yeah.
If I can see it from here on screen, that's too big of a stem.
Okay. That's okay. Too big. I'm impatient. I don't want to have to pull all the leaves off. All right. Out of room.
I'm going to stir your rice concoction.
All right. And that is perfect. Thank you. This goes in. We're going to stir. Lime zest goes in. Chili's going to stir while I rinse my hands off.
I am.
Rinse your zester, by the way, right after you use it.
That definitely
has some lime in it.
Smell the lime.
That zest hit the oil.
Yes, it did. Wow.
All right, let me get a fork and see. I'm going to assume I cut open a lime I don't need. But I will stick it in my iced tea.
What iced tea?
That I have over here. Your
tequila sunrise iced tea? Oh, or are you the iced tea that you're drinking afterwards?
Yeah, I'm gonna put another one in. And then I'm gonna give it some salt. And then I'll use the other one on something else. Okay. All right, and a hit of salt. And that is done.
Well, it's got to get stirred in.
Well, yeah, but that's how easy it is to do cilantro lime rice. Especially when you cook the rice ahead of time. What I have a tendency to do is cook a lot of rice at once.
You do.
And use it in a variety of other ways throughout the week. Makes my life easier when I know I'm going to need it.
All right.
All right, we're going to let that
sit. It has been incorporated. Do you want to turn it off or you leave it?
Well, I want you to turn the oil on because I forgot to, so I don't have to wait for it to heat up. Thank you.
It's on high. I was just going to do that.
Thank you. All right, so the rice is now going to go into
the oven with
the oven,
keep warm,
which is on a warm setting to keep warm until we need it.
Ta-da, there's us.
Hi. All right.
Turn the light back up.
Actually, I'm going to move this over because
better
for them to see. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So there is our
Earl
oil.
That's the Earl.
And it's just What do I use? Vegetable oil is what I have right now. And I'm only going to fry 3 chimichangas in that oil. So the oil, when it's done and cooled off, I'm going to strain it and mason jar it for the next time I need oil to fry something in. Ooh, something made my nose run. All right, right now I'm going to get...
Trying to figure out what to make after this.
All right, we're only making 3 of these. But when you do burritos or chimichanga, make sure you get burrito-sized flour tortillas because you're going to need the space in the tortilla. White might not have been a good cutting board color, but we're going to go with it. All right, so we have 3. All right. Here is burrito wrapping lesson number 1. Would you grab me a... Never mind. I just need something to put burritos on. Use one of these. Because I'm hoping my pan is big enough to fry all of them at once. I don't think it is, though. Probably have to go 2 at a time. All right. Have everything that you're going to put in your chimichanga ready to go. So if it's meat, chicken, whatever. I'm going to... You know what? I'm actually going to get a slotted spoon because I didn't strain my beef. So this is just regular taco meat that has been cooked and allowed to cool slightly. It's still relatively warm. And if you want cilantro and all, whatever else in here, go for it. But we're going to do beef and cheese. Handful of cheese. Don't need a lot. That way it gets all melty. Now, 2 ways you can do this. You can fold the sides in and then start to roll. I actually do 1 roll and then I fold the sides in. And then roll, because that kind of gives you these neat little tucks. And then pull back a little bit to tighten it. Adjust if you need to. And there's burrito number 1. We'll do burrito number 2 while Julie's trying to figure out what else to...
I'm looking for lime juice.
Looking for lime juice. Okay.
Yeah. I know we have some.
Oh, yeah, probably bottom left. Here, use this. I have 1 left.
No.
You don't need...
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, I'll use that. I don't know.
Okay. Burrito number 2.
I already switched the camera, folks. I know you guys were all mad at me. I
What?
was looking for a recipe to
And
they're all yelling at me to switch the cameras.
So they can see? Okay.
Yeah.
This is a pound of ground beef. It was probably more like 3/4 of a pound by the time you cook it. So 3 burritos is pretty easy here. And I have just enough cheese left to do 3 burritos. All right. Yeah, I'm actually going to spread this out a little bit more. All right. Tuck, fold, pull back, roll, set seam side down. 1 more. Again, using a slotted spoon so I don't get a lot of that hamburger grease because you don't want the flour tortilla to soak it up too much here. Use the same rolling technique if you're using or doing like breakfast burritos with small flour tortillas. Same technique.
Oh, those look delicious.
If you use corn tortillas, you have to cook the tortilla first or it will break. All right. Fold in, fold over, pull it back so you can tighten it up. Tuck the corner in if you lose one. You don't want to overstuff either, okay? Otherwise, you'll have a big old mess on your hand. All right. Ta-da! Now we're going to check the oil.
Did you see what I did with my measuring cup?
No, I don't know what you did with your measuring cup.
Okay.
And we've talked about this. Back of a spoon in, it's probably not quite high enough, hot enough. If you start to see bubbles when you stick the back of your spoon, wooden spoon in, then you're hot enough to fry. Would you like, here, good grief, open your eyes, man.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
Goodness. We'll kick the heat up on that just a wee bit before we drop these down in.
Oh,
Now, this is, I'm going to have to do 2 at a time, I think, so that's okay. And I'm not deep frying, so I'll have to turn these over.
well,
What do you need?
Juicer.
Same place. Yellow handle. There you go.
Got it.
Sorry, you guys are getting a look at this. All right.
We'll go to this.
Ooh.
All right, so when you're out of tequila,
Yeah, go
and
for
you're
it.
still in a
'cause
cocktail,
I'm
we're
gonna pull
going
my
to make
knees up.
a rum drink. It's not a rum and OJ, but I don't know what else to call it. So we're going to use 2 ounces of rum. I'll shake this up.
You shook it up.
2 ounces of OJ.
Pray for me.
Pray, 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 pray.
I'm going one at a time.
We want half an ounce of lime juice. Oh, had spades.
Yeah, those were some juicy limes.
Yeah.
So burrito number 1 is in, but I'm not deep frying, so I'm kind of holding it here so it doesn't lose its
And
seam.
grenadine.
Yummy. What'd you use, Burb? Not use rum. So we can call this a Caribbean sunrise.
Sure. I'm sure.
I was going to say Tennessee sunrise if you had
bourbon
bourbon in there. Yeah. There you go.
or Kentucky. But see, I have lime juice in mine. Oh, and I should have stirred that up before I put the grenadine in.
Alrighty. Now we just sit and wait.
There.
And you want this to be a golden brown, not like solid golden brown, because then it's overdone.
Jen was asking how you were going to keep the filling in the burrito.
So when I put it in, I put it seam side down and held it down.
Ah, yes.
Convenience of a home kitchen. You can do that. Otherwise, a toothpick would work.
Have no idea what Costas posted, but he said the shake it
Uh-oh.
prompt inspired me to share something on YouTube. So I don't know. Can't look at that yet.
We'll have to.
Yeah, we'll have to later.
Mm-hmm.
Is it trying to come undone?
It tried to come undone on me, yeah.
Uh-oh.
That's okay. I caught it.
All right. Costas, if it's anything by Taylor Swift, I'm not going to watch it.
Like I said, not going to take long here.
Oh, there's a reason why I like rum cocktails so much more than I like tequila cocktails.
There's more depth of flavor in the rum.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hands down. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Uh-oh.
So the Stones and the Eagles may have liked Tequila Sunrises, but that shit is so much better than Tequila Sunrise. So much better.
Okay, there's number one. These are not the best tongs for this either, by the way.
And while the Tequila Sunrise was 2 ounces of tequila, 4 ounces of OJ, 1/2 ounce of, actually, I think it was a 1/4 ounce grenadine. This cocktail that I'm drinking is 2 ounces. We use bamboo in this household. Bamboo rum. So it's 2 ounces of bamboo, 2 ounces of OJ, 1/2 ounce each of lime juice and grenadine. So much better flavor.
It's because you like rum more than tequila.
I do.
Hey, you know what? It's okay. Everybody has their favorite.
Yeah.
Would this take me like 2 minutes? I wasn't keeping track. Maybe 3.
Maybe.
Yeah. So it does not take long. You're looking for kind of a spotty golden brown color. And I'm shallow enough, I have to flip mine over. And watch the heat on the oil. If it gets too hot, you'll burn your tortilla before everything inside is melted. But the cheese will continue to melt once it sits because that heat's just going to radiate through your tortilla. All right, here's number 2. And on to, yes, that one's a little bit darker.
Oh, that's beautiful looking right there.
My oil's
heating up.
Yeah.
Continuing to warm up.
That's okay. And last one in.
What are those little flecks? Are those little pieces of meat that have
Those
escaped?
Nope, that is cilantro that got fried. Because I had it on. I'm like, no.
Uh-oh. This one might have some meat in it. Uh-oh. Oh,
Holding her down.
This one puffed up a little bit, folks.
That's what tortillas do when they fry. They puff.
Yep.
I'm going to hold her down.
That's good.
I got her. I win, sort of.
Yeah. Well, that looks good.
This is also why I don't have a full pot of oil because I'd be playing splish splash. It's also why I have on the heavy duty
Jen,
apron.
that was a mutiny of the
It was
on the
great.
chimichanga.
All right.
Man, this is.
That's okay. We can eat that one.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna eat that one.
It won't be the photo
There's
op,
no
though.
question about that.
Okay, we're gonna let that strain. That first one's gonna be my photo op.
We might need another one.
I don't have anything left to make another one in. Another one with. Phoebe won't eat her whole one though.
Okay.
Yeah, see that really puffed up right there.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
How's our keep warm stuff doing?
Keep warm stuff doing is gonna come out.
Here, we don't take that.
Nah, just set it back here. It's fine.
Fine.
Okay. Because I need yeah, hang on, let me get a trivet because I don't want to put that down on top of the counter. Hold, please.
Nope. We have some new trivets.
I do, but I don't want to. We have lots of new trivets.
I know.
Well, new to us trivets.
New to us. Yes, they are not new by any means necessary.
Okay.
Oh, that looks good too.
Right?
Yeah, set that there.
It's probably not overly. Yeah, it's warm enough. You don't touch it. It was in a 100-degree oven. It's not going to be painful if you hit it on accident. All right, so there's that. We're going to throw that jalapeno to me.
This one?
Yep.
All right.
Let's guess what we're gonna do.
Probably cut up a jalapeno.
Mm-hmm.
That they can't see because they can barely see the ends.
All right.
Those must not be hot jalapenos because you'd be wearing
Yeah.
gloves otherwise.
Yeah. Jalapenos usually, until I start handling like a bunch of them, don't bother me. All right, so we're gonna put a little bit of crumbly cheese on top. This is going to be too hot to bite into on camera. Sorry, folks. We're going to put a couple
She's
of
doing
those.
that for me because she knows that just does not.
Ta-da! Okay.
That looks appetizing, but no.
Oh, I love that stuff.
Yeah, I know you do.
If we had salsa, we got some salsa in the. Okay, the rest of this I'm gonna just cut up to put on top of burritos. Because Phoebe, you guys will eat this.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Chimichanga, excuse me.
Jen says she's on her way.
This is my favorite. Would you hand me? Just hand me that blue plate. I'll just plate yours real fast. Between oven, I just need one. Thank you. Oven and.
Oh, we need more than one.
Well, yeah, but I'm gonna plate yours, and I'll take a picture of mine later.
All right, I gotta make a mocktail because we said we would.
Oh yeah, for the kiddo.
Yep.
So we're gonna let this. I'm gonna let it strain just a bit. Let it drip, drip, drip. Want salsa on top of yours, or just cheese and jalapeno?
Cheese, jalapeno.
We're going to carefully place some crumbly cheese on top. This will not get all gooey and melty. It's just going to add some salty flavor.
You saw this last week, folks. This is
we eat that one.
Clean Co. Clean Tea is a tequila alternative. It is non-alcoholic. It is a 700 milliliter bottle. It actually is a really cool looking bottle. So props to them to.
Yeah, I want to taste that one when you get it done too.
I will. I'll give you a drink.
All right, I'll move this out of the way. Woo, hot. A little hotter than I should have been grabbing.
So we're going with our 2 ounce, 4 ounce.
All right, cilantro lime rice.
Stir.
Nope, can't do that. Go grab
And
that
it is
handle.
warm over there.
It is. Yeah, actually, I'm going to turn the
I can
fan on.
feel it.
That oven. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
All right. Hot handles.
Let's give her a little bit more grenadine. There we go.
Cilantro lime rice.
And maquila. Sunrise.
There you go. I'll stick another couple of peppers on top of that just to make it pretty. And then we'll show you what it looks like. Minus the salsa, because Joy doesn't like it. Ooh, it is pretty.
Well, yeah.
It tastes like a tequila sunrise. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
So for those of you doing dry January, or just dry for whatever reason, check out some of the mock.
These are available
spirits,
at Schnucks.
Yeah. There are a couple brands
this brand
at Schnucks.
is at Schnucks. It's a good brand.
So if you live in an area where a grocery store sells beer and wine, you might be able to find these there. Yeah. Otherwise, hit the liquor store because you'll certainly find them there. It's actually, that's like right on. That's weird because this does not taste like tequila in and of itself. Inside that, it does. So, Okay, pop them back over here so they can see this real fast.
All the way over?
Yeah.
All right. There, look at that. That's dinner, folks.
There you go.
Who's eating that one?
That's yours.
With all that rice?
Yes, with all that rice.
You could put all that rice back in there.
I will after they see it.
After they take a picture.
Okay. Unfortunately, this is too hot at this point. I'm not going to sit and make you guys wait for us to taste test this one, but I will definitely post some photos in a little bit. So there we have it. Chimichangas. One got away from us, but that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Tortillas puff up when you fry them.
When you fry
them. Filled with just regular taco meat, ground beef, but fill them with whatever, chicken, pork, beef. Leftover sloppy joes you can remake into taco meat. I mean, all sorts of things. And then melty cheese on the inside. Cilantro, lime, jalapeno rice, because that's what the kiddo requested. And last week's beans, because we were at the tail end of the being able to keep time, turned into a bean dip with some sour cream, cheese, and then a little more melty cheese on top. So there we have it.
There we go. Dinner.
Whew.
Dinner served.
And they can. That does look awfully pretty right there, doesn't it?
It does. It looks delicious.
Beautimous. So there we have it.
There we go. Back to us.
Yeah.
She's hot.
Thank you.
I think you are anyway.
Aw.
Yes. Bribes.
You eat well. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, well, I'm the one in behind the.
I know. You're over
right?
there by the oven. I'm just trying to.
Thank you for like fanning my back with my shirt.
Yeah.
TMI. So there you have it. Arizona. We've got 2 states left.
Yep.
Where are we going first?
Well, you all know who the last state in the union is. It's Hawaii. So
that leaves.
That's not where we're going next week. Guess
Alaska,
what's before that?
Which
Alaska.
we have been to, and it's going to be. We may have to revisit some salmon recipes because I have a beautiful fillet, like a full fillet of salmon in the freezer downstairs.
I think you bought that just knowing that we were touring the States. I think so.
And then Hawaii. We're just gonna have fun in Hawaii, and Chili Bean's gonna eat some food that he's never had before.
Yeah. Woohoo.
This is what I love most about doing this. And that will wrap up the virtual tour of the states and the cuisine that is within.
I guarantee that I'll make a cocktail that I've had before if we're going to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Because they like the rum drinks.
I don't
remember what I'm having next week.
I don't know. I know what we're going to cook now that I'm standing here thinking about it. So
I've got a cocktail already lined out. I just don't remember what it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
So thanks for hanging out with this crazy couple that loves to cook food on Facebook and YouTube Live on Monday nights.
On Monday nights.
Our virtual tour is quickly coming to an end, but we've got a fun 2023 or most of 2023 planned for some new old things. How's that?
Okay.
Jennifer will understand new old things. We'll go from there.
Something blue.
Thank you very much. So, all right, folks. Have a good week. We will see you next Monday when we
enjoy your breakfast in the mornings, folks.
Maybe not with
the accoutrements.
Actually, this would be okay, probably.
Not with the accoutrements.
I have no idea what I was saying. So have a good week. We'll see you next Monday when we virtually trek way up
north.
Way up north. So,
I bet it's cold up there this time of year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just slightly.
Just slightly. Right now it's really cold up there.
And thankfully we're here, not there.
Yeah.
I don't think I can handle that either, as long as I kind of like the 4 seasons, even on days where all 4 seasons happen on the same day.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather have that than some of these extremes. Yeah.
In
places.
Like
so
2, maybe 3 seasons.
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
So. All right. On that note, we're going to go eat our chimichanga thingamajigs. And we'll see you guys next week.
Maybe add it with a whatchamacallit for dessert.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.